Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. I'm Manny Carl, and welcome back to A Division Let's Talk. Today, we don't really have a whole lot to talk about. I mean, there is really nothing I can tell you until tonight when the state of the game is released, and then all of the information can come out, and we'll know more. And I think that tonight is probably the most important state of the game, because what it's really going to do, so I assume that we're probably about 2 weeks, 3 weeks away from actually seeing 1.4 to go live, and we're really just sitting here waiting for any information. We get into the PTS, we play it all week, we get the patch notes, but tonight's patch notes are going to be crucial, because really what tonight's patch notes are going to tell us is probably very much what is going to go into the patch once it's released, because they need to test it, they need to make sure it's final, and while it's not going to be 100%, there's going to be things that are going to change. Things are going to be very much tuned to what people are seeing in the PTS right now. So tonight, I have a feeling that these are going to be this is going to be probably one of the state of the game that we're going to want to tune in for, and we're going to want to listen to, because it's going to tell us a lot about probably when the patch is going to be released, when a lot of stuff about what's going to go into the patch and other stuff like that. It's really going to be important. I can't stress that enough. I mean, we're going to see a lot of different things, and I want you to go ahead and hold on to every word that is being said, because what's going to be said is going to be very telling as to how far along they are, when it's going to be released, and all of that. So I thank you all for watching. I know that there has been, I'll tell you the truth. I have mixed feelings about this release, and it's gonna be a make or break release. Unless it's just perfect. I know there's a lot of people who are at the end game that say that the time to kill is still too much, and there's nothing they can do to fix that unless they go back and they just make it a tactical shooter. And so there's always going to be people that are going to say that, and I've seen it, and yes, there are things that are where the time to kill is a little too long, but there are things that have been dumbed down, like the shotgunners and stuff like that have had their health and their damage significantly reduced. So just hang in there, try it out. I can't tell you one way or the other, based on the PTS, what the 1.4 version is going to actually be like, but I can tell you that you should at least give it a try. Come back, give it a try, check it out, see what it is, and see if it's for you. I have no idea what it is. There's a lot of games coming out, and so there's going to be a lot of people who won't come back. There's going to be those people who defect over to the Battlefield 1 people. There's going to be people who are sticking with Destiny, which if you're playing Rise of Iron and you're playing Iron Banner this week, let me just say, Destiny, Rise of Iron, Iron Banner, Supremacy, Iron Banner sucks. It is probably by far the worst gameplay mode I have played in Destiny. It just doesn't work. People don't understand the concept. It's very difficult to understand for some reason. I don't know why, but every time I've gone onto a team, it's been a losing team, and it's been horrible. It's just been just absolutely destroyed, because nobody picks up the orbs. So what's the point? I have no idea. Anyways, that's just my little diatribe into the Destiny Rise of Iron Banana thing that they got going on with Supremacy. It's really a terrible, Destiny. I came back to Destiny, and it's just as bad as it was when I left. The shotguns are still the meta. Everybody's using them. Everybody's using Mida multi-tool because that's still the meta. It's really those two things. You're either using, you're using a Midas and you're using a shotgun, or you're using some sort of combination of the two. It's really, you think the Division's bad, Destiny's just as bad. The game is actually better, but Destiny is just as bad with its multiplayer, so it doesn't even matter. Anyways, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll have more tomorrow on the state of the game and seeing where everything is at the end of the day. The dust looks like it's starting to settle, and we're going to get a actual build here pretty soon that might be close to what the final build looks like. So stay tuned. We'll have gameplay footage of tomorrow's build, and we'll see what it's like, and we'll see if any changes or anything's coming out of this, and that's good. For all of us here at the Division Let's Talk, I'm Mounty Carl, and we'll see you in the PTS. Agent out.